I don't even know how I'm gonna use this footage. All right, I'm out.
All right.
Oh God, it's slick. It's so slick. Oh God. Oh God, yeah. It's so icy. It's so icy. It's freezing out. I'm not even mad because got my new car, got my new ride. So excited. Today's practice is kind of insane because instead of like 3 or 4 different sets, it's just one gigantic set. It's crazy.
You are going on a run.
Hello!
Practice is over. I really dropped the ball today. I was planning on vlogging this practice and I got a little carried away with Lily, so.
I got my tube burn.
Oh yeah, look at Lily's tube burn.
This is dedication.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's from wearing those. In all of my years of using a tube, and I've been using tube for years, that has never happened to me before.
Oh, I used to have this tube. This is a good tube.
That's my tube, but I've never had a tube burn before. Never in my entire life.
You don't have to overcompensate.
No, I don't. I don't have to worry about it. I'm gonna have to make it up somehow. I don't have any content for a Wednesday vlog. What will I do? Looks like it's time to finally do a Q&A video.
You could like cook a meal and answer questions while you're cooking.
I don't think anyone would watch that.
I think they would.
I don't think so.
Maybe.
Allie's the chef in our fam. All right, home now. Let's do this. We have had not 1, but 2 Christmas trees up in my house since long before Thanksgiving. It's just stuff Allie loves. Puff, do you want to come inside? Do you want to come inside, Puff? You good? You good out there? Okay. She's got her winter coat on. She's a furry girl, so she'll be okay. All right, let's do some Q&A. You know, it's been a while since we've done this. I haven't done a Q&A video, a proper Q&A video in my Harry Potter room in a while. Just had a lot going on. It's been really busy. Let me just adjust the camera here. So first off, how do you get your question answered by me on one of my Q&A videos or in one of my weekly vlogs? It's easy. Make sure you guys are following me on social media, at SwimMiller on Twitter and at Cody Miller on Instagram. Tweet me your question anytime, or when I post a picture like this, specifically asking for questions, shoot them on in there, and I'm gonna try to fly through these. I'm gonna try to get through a bunch of these. I'll probably upload another video, a strictly Q&A video, just because I've been promising that I was gonna do this for a long time. And yeah, okay, let's go. Clear X Heppy asks, how did you start swimming and how did you get into it? By the way, can you shout me out? I love you. I started swimming because my mom put me in lessons when I was young because she doesn't actually know how to swim. And my mom hates that I tell people that. But yeah, my mom really doesn't know how to swim and that's why she put me in swim lessons. CSwim03 asks, what is the coolest IU swim traditions? We actually have a lot of IU swimming and diving traditions. I might do a full video on that. That's actually a really good idea. But one tradition that we've done for a long time, and I'm actually not sure if we did it this year, but each year the freshman class swims in one of the famous IU fountains. Like you all get in and swim in it, and it's kind of fun because we kind of do it when it's cold outside, but it's like a bonding experience. It's not like a hazing thing at all. It's more of like a fun tradition. That's really fun. We do a lot of really cool trips. I might do a whole video on that. Dominic asks, are you looking towards Tokyo 2020 at all, or are you focused on recovering from your injury? Well, it's yes to both. I am looking forward towards 2020 Tokyo. That's a year and a half away, but right now the #1 priority is healing my knees, and it's been a slow process. Quite honestly, I thought by now the problems would have been eradicated and I would be completely fine, but that's not the case. I'm still slowly making incremental progress, and I still have little flare-ups, I still have little issues here and there. I'm hoping within the next few months the problems will be completely gone, but I'm finally to the point now where I can swim full breaststroke practices almost throughout the entire week. A lot of rehab, a lot of prehab. I mean, just a lot of work goes into it, but it's both. Matt Grubb asks, what's your max back squat? I don't ever really max anything out. Like, we don't ever do 1 rep or 2 rep maxes, but the most I've ever back squatted is probably, I don't know, like 360, around 360. Yeah, on a box squat. Like I can box squat more than I can standard squat, but on a box squat, it probably around 360. Without the box, I mean, definitely over 300. But like I said, we don't max out. Andrew _ inner burner asks, what is the #1 thing I can do to get noticed by D1 schools? The #1 thing you can do is swim fast. But outside of that, make contact with those schools. So let the programs know that you're interested. So swim fast and be proactive about the recruiting process. Jonathan the Awesome asks, how much money do you spend annually on all the swimming gear, caps, suits, goggles, fins, rollers, stuff, etc.? Well, fortunately for me, now that I'm a professional and I'm a sponsored athlete, I get most of that stuff for free. But before that, like when I was an age group swimmer, I mean, I remember my mom spending thousands of dollars on equipment, particularly racing suits and stuff. But the biggest thing for me is it's like my food bills are absurd. Like Allie and I go to the grocery store every Sunday morning and we rarely have a grocery bill less than $250. And that doesn't get us through the full week. And that also doesn't include the fact that we do some meal subscription services like HelloFresh. Like I've done sponsored videos for them before, but I mean, we pay some for that as well. So, I mean, on a given week, we spend well over $300 on food, probably closer to $450 a week on food. It's kind of crazy. Matt Murph 99 asks, are you a warm-up sprinter or chill? I'm kind of in the middle. It depends on the workout. So some workouts I swim faster in warm-up because it's a shorter warm-up and it's a different type of set. But some practices I just I go slow through warm-up because it's more of a lower intensity, more aerobic based warm-up. But there are some people who are just straight up warm-up warriors. Like Matt Jordan on our team is a warm-up warrior. That dude he sprints warm-up. And we always tell him like, dude, it's gonna kill you, you're gonna die. And he oftentimes dies in the middle of the sets. And whether or not that's because he goes really fast in warm-up or not, I don't know, but we like to poke fun at those people. You know, everyone has their own thing. I don't know, just, yeah. Var Vassitinus asks, what are your goals for this year? Good question. For the remainder of this year, I would like to swim a meet and do it reasonably well and not have any knee problems. So I haven't competed since this summer. It's been months and I'm dying, I'm losing my mind because I haven't been able to compete. But I'm planning on competing at the Texas Pro-Am in Dallas next month in December. And that is a short course meet. And my goal is just to be able to swim the meet and go 3 days of actual racing without any major complications. Fingers crossed. That's my goal. For next year, maybe I'll do a full video on that, but I qualified for the Pan American Games in Lima, Peru. So my goal is to go to that meet, represent my country the best I can, and hopefully win some medals. And I've got goal times and things that I'm shooting for, but we'll get into that later. Ahir _ says, hello from Kenya. You are my idol. Will you give away more tier products in the future? I love hearing from people all over the world. It's crazy how many international viewers I have and people who follow me. Super cool. So hello to all of you out there. Yeah, I will definitely do more giveaways in the future. Not right now, but in the coming months, yes. I want to make it more of a regular thing. Like I want to do it like once a month. That's coming. Jerry Z Hang asks, do you play Spider-Man on PS4? No, but I did just get Red Dead Redemption 2 and it's awesome. I might get the Spider-Man game. I've heard it's really good. Cora Potato asks, what do you do in a slump? Well, I actually made a pretty solid video about this recently, how I failed. Go check out that video. I think I go into that quite a little bit because you'll actually see me in a pretty dark time in my life after a major failure, but there's no one right or wrong way to answer how to get out of a slump, particularly in swimming because the nature of our sport is so grindy and it's so long and grueling at times. It's very difficult. And the best piece of advice that I can give, and I'm not an expert, I'm not good at giving advice, but the best piece of advice that I can think of is that you have to make sure that you're constantly having fun and enjoying yourself, so surrounding yourself by the right people. And two, you have to, at least for me, actively remind yourself of your goals. You have to find a way to stay motivated. And for me, it's reminding myself by writing down my goals in places where I see them all the time. And that might not work for some people, like that might not work for everyone, but that's big for me. Like I would write a goal time on a big piece of paper and stick it on my wall so I can see it. And every time I got up and I didn't feel good, I'd see that and be like, okay, like that would motivate me. that might not work for you. That might not work for everyone, but that is something, you know, everyone's motivated differently. So I can't give one concrete answer on that. Okay, last question of this video. Hey Cody, if you read this, I just want to tell you I have type 1 diabetes and it is really a struggle for swimming, but watching your videos, you really inspire me and I'm doing awesome with it. You show me that anything is possible for anyone and I really appreciate it. So thank you for everything you have done. Also, I really like your goggles. What kind are they and where can you get them? Well, thank you so much for, you know, sharing that with me. I love it when people tell me that my videos are somehow impacting them in a positive way. You know, they're entertainment, but they're inspirational. You know, any positive feedback I get like that, I really appreciate. So thank you for sharing that. I get questions about my goggles all the time. The current goggles that I like the most that you can buy on the Tier website are the Tier Tracers, the Tracer goggles. Those are the mirrored, colorful ones. I really like those, but in January, they're launching a whole new line of goggles, and hopefully I'll be able to show you a bunch of different ones in upcoming videos. But the Tracer 2.0s are really sweet. They've got more peripheral vision than any other goggle ever made. Those are coming out soon. But yeah, right now it's the Tracers. The Tracer 2.0s are coming. And I race in the Blackhawks. So the Tier Blackhawks are the goggles that I race in because they stay on my face really well when I dive in. There's a lot of suction. And the Blackhawk 2.0s are pretty sweet as well. A lot of people are wearing those, so yeah. And that's gonna be a wrap on today's Q&As. Sorry this wasn't a traditional vlog. I just got so busy that I just forgot to film anything at practice this week. Next week's vlog will be a more traditional vlog. Also, I'll upload another Q&A video in addition to this. I'm gonna try to get through more questions for you guys. As always, make sure you guys are following me on social media at SwimMiller on Twitter and at Cody Miller on Instagram. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Subscribe to my podcast. By the way, there's a new podcast up. Blake and I just did it. Go listen to it on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, whatever. It's on YouTube as well. Subscribe to that. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.